Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shimazu Gun Samurai series. We have a few more channel members added in here. I think you all saw Joski last time, but here is Elias T, one of our newest channel members here. Let me go ahead and thank the rest of the channel members here. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Mooncheese. God damn. Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Mooncheese, Tobias, Franklin, Shadowfighter Pro, JT, Michael, Pfeiffer, Desperado Shipwrecked, Joski, and Elias T. All right. Well, there you go, Elias. You've got a pretty solid gunner here. All right. Let's roll on with the episode now. It has been about a week since I have recorded this series or any series really. Been super busy and very behind on what I'm supposed to be recording. So yeah, let's go ahead and roll on down south here towards what is that castle name? Oka Castle, and we'll continue stomping out the Otomo. We should be able to take these two castles down here in this episode at the very least. Probably gonna be able to take a few more as well. Looks like there really isn't any spare parties for us to use as some cannon fodder. Let's see, who has some upgrades? Okay, I have an athletics upgrade. I need to definitely get that. Okay, control or vigor. Control would give us a higher gun stat. Yeah, let's go control. That should give us a little bit of a boost to our gun stat. I need to put a few points into this. We're already gonna get keen sight. All we need to be at is like 6 cunning or 5 cunning. So we're already gonna get that. And then once we max out our leadership here to ultimate leader, we're gonna have a much larger party size. And then I also need to keep working on the medicine skill as well. All right, let's continue on here. And I'm excited to show you guys something new with how besieging castles works. So we have our regular Ozutsu here we're gonna set up, and then we have these right here, ammunition cache. So we can build 2 ammunition caches, and what that is gonna allow us to do is allow our offensive troops to go back and grab some more ammunition. Kind of convenient. Let's go ahead and drop these points off into these guys as well. Everyone's got the medicine, the medicine perks here. Oh, nope, we got a stewardship. Giving hands, tariff income is definitely not the way to go. I would say tax income almost exclusively is better. Oh yeah, by the way, this is one of the first videos recorded on the new mic. I think I did Rome Reborn 45 on it as well. So I guess this is the second video with the new microphone. I hope you guys all love the new sound. I would definitely say it's a cleaner sound overall. Get all those lovely Ozutsu set up there. And we're gonna build the ammunition caches. So this by the way, the ammunition caches is from the policies here. Wartime stockpiling. There's also another one called foreign advisors, which gives you foreign imports. Foreign imports gives you access to naval cannons during sieges. Holy shit. Can we get foreign imports going, please? I would really like it if we could get this policy passed, but it's highly unlikely. And it's very unfortunate. But foreign advisors, I think it would also be good. I kind of want to go into the role-playing part of it a little bit and go for all the foreign policies. One thing I really like about this mic is that it does capture more of my natural voice sound. As you can see, I already did try to record this episode. It just crashed very early on into the episode. So hopefully we don't have any issues. Because it crashed last night while I was recording it. And then I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm not recording it. I was like, I'm not dealing with this horse shit. All right, 764 versus 520. Let's go. With this being the first siege where I'm actually using the stockpiles here, I want to kind of change how we are doing things here just a little bit. All right, so we have mostly archers again. So there's a stockpile here. Let's set up one group back here, maybe like this, like that. Let's take the regular, you know, I might leave them in actually behind the things still. I don't know. Let's set these guys up behind these actually. And let's do the same here. Yeah, they're already set up behind. There we go. And then these guys will be filtered in there. Let's try this out. I haven't tried this one yet. Let's tell them all to fire at will though. Yep. Here's the stockpiles right here. You can basically have infinite ammo here, so that should be a good yeah, look at them all grabbing ammo from here. That's so awesome, man. I don't think they need to grab ammo every single time though. Every single time they take a shot. Kind of looks like they are just a little bit. All right, let's not be directly in front of these dudes. Probably a bad idea. Let's sit back here. And let's watch our ranged forces go to work. This very smoky, foggy battlefield here. Yeah, very, very smoky. Good lord. All right, I guess we might as well reload the Ozutsu here. Yeah, we are winning the trade pretty good, I would say. Let me go F10 and reform these guys here. I don't know why it does that. It stops them from spreading out. It's kind of weird. See, it only seems to be in certain groups, though. It's kind of strange. All right, let's go into this round here, and we'll run up with our lovely Ozutsu. All right, there we go. She's all loaded up now. I'm gonna wait till we bust through the gate, and I'm gonna unload it directly in front of these guys. All right, come on, guys, spread the fuck out. They keep clumping up. You guys see it? It's annoying. I need to start from the left over there. Let's drag him out like that. All right, we are busting down the gate. The battering rams lose hardly any health. I think maybe you can stop the battering rams if you light them on fire with fire arrows. I think that's about all you can really do. I don't think the Ozutsus, you can't get Ozutsus on defense. All right, let's wait for it here. There it goes. Let's run forward here. Where the fuck did that go? All right, I guess we reload here. Ow. All right, let's hide here for a second. Let's get some reloads off. All right, okay, let's go. Come on, get it lowered. Where's this going? It's going into the ground, man. All right, we tell them all to charge here. And let's get to work. Ow. Let's get in the back here and start swinging on these boys. Ow. Okay, well, down goes Sandito. All right, we just tell everybody to charge. Tell them all the fire at will still. Should be a pretty easy battle, honestly. Once we get some actual infantry. We have about 60 actual infantry engaged in this fight right now. There's some more guys coming up the walls here. Not many going up that right side ladder, but it looks like they are falling back here. Very nice. Yeah, we're trading about 1-to-1 on the melee engagement. Maybe 2-to-1. Yeah, looking like more like 2-to-1, honestly. And we should be getting a reinforcement wave relatively soon. They really invested a lot of lots of guys into their first layer. Their next 2 layers really aren't looking super hot. God, damn, I always hate this fucking castle. It's always massive. It's ridiculously. This castle siege is harder than a lot of the like actual sieges, like the town sieges. It really is. All right, looks like they're sending an infantry group down to confront us. So probably set the ranged troops up in here somehow. See, and there's nowhere for you to set your ranged troops up at. There just isn't. Tell them all to charge. That way we can get all of these boys moving here. And as you can see, lots of ranged troops mixed in there. We still have the Ozutsu back here firing. Very nice. Getting a few kills with those Ozutsu, it looks like. Awesome. Some guys stuck down here. Some guys trying to figure out where the hell to go. Follow the mass. Follow the Congo line here up the hill. And these guys will fall relatively quickly. And what's nice is these guys on the offense are still being told that they're allowed to use their ranged weapons, so they will actually stop and shoot. So that's convenient. Let's tell them to all go line formation. Tell them all to charge again. And we should be getting an infantry wave here. We've lost about 100. Yeah, 118. We should get an infantry wave around 150. $150, $200, around that number of losses is generally when you get your infantry wave. All right, we're on the what tier is this? 1, 2, third tier of gates. And it looks like that infantry line, that infantry conga line has made its way down, and it looks like they're sending some more guys back up to the tippy top there. We'll see how we do down here. As you can hear, a lot of these guys are still shooting at them, which is quite nice. We're almost to that 200, like 200 or 150 losses mark where we're gonna get some infantry. But it's kind of looking like we have enough infantry to just win this flat out. And the ranged troops are making up for our lack of infantry. So that's convenient. Looks like a few more stragglers making their way up. Very nice. Overwhelming them very quickly, honestly. Look at all that smoke pouring off of here. Is that gate's on fire? Smoke not exactly in the correct place, but that's all right. We'll forgive it. Oh, wait. I'm wondering how that got lit on fire. We don't have braziers. They have braziers. Maybe... you know what? Maybe we were standing close enough to their braziers to get the bonus of fire arrows. That would make sense. Look at how many of them are stopping to fire. And look at how much better ammunition they have because we had the stockpiles there. So So they're all gonna end up with ammunition even when they get into the fortress. They won't have to wait to pick some up, which is super convenient. And it looks like those stockpiles are pretty much infinite. We didn't sit there for that long in Siege, so maybe not infinite. Maybe they're just very large. Next gate has been closed. And by the way, during all battles, except for siege battles, I'll use a lot more first person. I definitely need to swap off of the large Ozutsu. The time to reload, the time to aim, and everything else is just not worth the firepower to me. It needs to have like way higher penetration. It needs to go through like 5 or 6 guys for it to be worth using. Look at all those arrows coming in, and all those gunshots being rang out here against the defenders. Look at all these guys stopping to shoot at the guys up in the tower. There's only one left there. Wow. And looks like we have broken through yet another gate. All right, we're right around that spot where we should be getting that infantry wave. It should be quite soon. Our ammunition is holding very nicely. Only lost 94. That's a really good siege. Especially when you consider that they had 600 defenders, about 550 defenders. That's very, very impressive. And now we are at the last 2 tiers here. Looks like they got quite a big contingent of infantry here. We'll have to deal with those guys somehow. Looks like the archers are actually leading the way this time. All of our infantry, all of our Jin Samurai and our samurai infantry are back here. So hopefully they can catch up. Excuse me. Hopefully they can catch up before these guys breach through into the last layer. They should be able to. I would think so. And we should be getting an infantry wave pretty soon. All right, come on, chaps. Break down the gate. There we go. That one guy was just the only one breaking down the gate. That's funny. All right, we're gonna take our exclusively archer unit and we'll set them up like right here. And the reason being is because these guys, once we break through that gate, are gonna be quite tough to deal with. Yeah, we're almost at that point where we'll get a wave. Usually around 200 losses, you get a wave. So we'll have to see how that all ends up working out. Oh, they didn't close the gate? Oh, there is no gate. Huh. Interesting. There's the wave. Yep, we're 198. We got a wave. And look at it all. It's all melee troops. Look at that. Not a singular ranged troop was spawned on this day. All right, we'll tell everybody to charge again. Tell them all to fire well. Our infantry is actually doing a remarkable job up here. Very surprising how well they're actually doing. If we just tell them all to hold fire and tell them all to charge, then we'll be doing good. Looks like there's one guy up here, and we have a looks like a Kinai Katana Samurai going after him. Ah, he just killed somebody. But the ranged troops are pouring in. We are gonna win off numbers alone. But y'all gotta remember the gunners are actually like legit samurai, and you can see there as they overwhelm these last few rebel bastards. Well, not even rebel, but I mean, we took all their main towns. These guys are essentially rebels at this point. And it looks like they're choosing to go up the ladders. A very interesting strategy. This guy is leading the way. Obviously, his robe and free-flowing balls are contributing to his speed. All right, looks like we have won the siege though. Very nice. 42 retreats, which means we're gonna have to fight it out on the keep. Somebody kill him. Good job, guys. All right, we can speed through the rest of this. Just a few more remaining. God, this is a beautiful map though. Look at that sun cascading off of the horizon there. Retreated to the keep. Story of my fucking life. I don't think I've ever gotten a siege in this game where they did not get a chance to retreat to the keep. All right, we want good ass melee troops going in. Veteran Yari sounds good to me. You and then a bunch of Jin Samurai. Oh, dude, we lost that? You're shitting me. Oh, wait. No, I guess we won. Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it did that. We'll take all those prisoners. And we've got some upgrades here. Sakai Teppo. Yeah, I guess Yumi. And then, yeah, you're going to be turned into that. Okay, cool. Sweet. And then we got some guys to recruit here. Nice. Okay. Yeah, all of those guys were worth recruiting. Plated cote. Some nice little bit of gear there. We'll go ahead and show mercy. I think I'm going to take this one. Maybe not. Do we really need to? I don't think we really need it. We'll decline it. We'll play it safe. I didn't really think we needed it. We're making almost 5K per day. You really only need to take towns when you need to make more money to sustain larger parties or larger garrisons, like as a whole. So yeah, we'll give that to the to our peeps there. Do we have governors on all of our fiefs here? Okay, we don't have one on this one. We need a governor here. Ooh, Jared's a pretty decent builder. Okay, minus 20% garrison wages in a castle is actually really good on Moses there. Yeah. That's a pretty solid, yeah, we're going to go for Moses being a governor there. All right, now we have governors on all of our castles, so we should be maximizing their productivity. All right, we only have 427 troops, so we're going to have to go around a little bit and grab up some more. I would like it if they exclusively just recruited some some ranged troops, some like proper ranged. Okay, vote for the new owner. Who has bad relations with me? You do. You have really, really bad relations with me. Can I make you win this? No, I can't. Okay, so we'll vote for you just very lowly. Well, actually, I should vote for the guy who's gonna win it. No, I should vote for the guy who has the lowest. Yeah, okay. So he'll have a higher relationship with me. He'll lose a little bit and he'll lose a little bit. But overall, we have higher average relations there. And of course, my upkeep is basically free. All right, very nice. Let's drop a save. Always a good idea to drop saves often. Shimazu 24. What is this down here? Oh, that's daily party wages. Okay, that's actually a nice little feature they added there. Look at that. I did not even know that was a thing. Interesting. All right, well, let's get a few more troops here. We'll kind of bounce around these 4, 5, 6 towns until we have recouped enough of our troops to be able to take on that next castle. Oh, Kidani is getting sieged. Huh. That's an interesting one. How are they besieging Kidani? It has 614 defenders. I did not think the Otomo could even make a force large enough to deal with that. I mean, we have the Shimazu Yoshihisa there. Army moving up. Possibly to come take them on. No, they're besieging that castle. Okay. All right, well, let's go see what is going on here at Kidani. Vote for hunting rights. Okay. Food production, loyalties decreased by 2. I'm gonna abstain. That's a kind of a shit policy. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of a really, really bad policy. But we don't have the influence production to actually be able to really say no. They're not going to lose that castle anytime soon, so we have time to rebuild the army here. If they're besieging with anything less than 1,000, then this is going to be very easy. Okay, yeah, we're good. 776, and we're going to get them in a field battle, which is exactly how I like it. Field battles for this party are very, very easy. We just completely clobber them with our range superiority, and I'm just replacing my my lost infantry right now. We'll wait till they start that siege. This should be a really, really easy fight for us. That's a lot of looters there, goddamn. We'll just replace some of these guys. And keeping your parties with you is actually a really good idea, because it means they're not going around fighting random bandit troops all the time. It will mean that they do make you less money and everything like that, but like they weren't making that much to begin with, so not really super consequential there. But we'll allow everyone to regather up some troops, and then we'll move on to take on that army in a field battle, which I love. Field battles are awesome. All right, let's go to my inventory, and I want to get rid of this shit. All right, let's go to ranged weapons here. My arquebus, and then legendary Teppo ammunition, and balanced Teppo ammunition. And then, of course, we have the renowned curved Nodachi. I think that's the best sword in the entire game, if I'm not mistaken. 129 cut damage, which is insane. It also has pretty decent swing speed, so quite nice. All right, let's make our way down here. We got to vote for the new owner over here. Oh, looks like I'm actually in the voting. I can't win it, but I can vote for somebody who has low relations with me. There you go, my friend. Enjoy your new castle. Should have been mine. We're making enough money where it's not really gonna matter. So all of our castles are in pretty decent shape, and we'll just wait till they actually begin the siege properly over here before we move to take them on. I'll take all those guys. Yeah, and in the next couple of episodes, they're going to be completely depleted in terms of I don't understand how we got up to such a high exhaustion rate. Maybe because that siege was super costly, but they only have 3 castles remaining, and then they're done for. All right, we'll keep bouncing around towns down here until they begin that siege properly. Then I'll try to get a daytime field battle. It'll probably be a forest battle. So, I know I don't want the battlefield. I want the town. Oh, that's really annoying. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'll take the Sakai Samurai Infantry. I'm never going to upgrade a guy to a Sakai Samurai Infantry, but I will take one if there is one already made. Yeah, upgrading the Sakai Jin Samurai into anything other than Sakai Samurai Marksman is a complete and total waste, other than the Horse Gunners, but they're a special case. Which I really like that, because it's the first cavalry that I've actually come across in a game that is actually useful in a siege. And that's like across like all games, man. Sakai Yumi there. We'll take a Katana and a Yari. Take one of y'all. Oh, big lag. Big lag. Come on, figure it out, game. We got places to do and people to be. Come on now. And cue the Jeopardy music. Hey, there we go. All right, and we'll make all these guys into Yari Ashigaru. There we go. Now we have a decent infantry corps. They still have not even properly began the siege. And at this point, I'm just adding troops to my allies' armies here. Since my party size is maxed out, we could probably take that differential there, but why waste the manpower, you know? Might as well just wait for them to begin the siege on their own. And I can just bounce around between these three towns. All right, looks like he's going to come down and confront them, so maybe I do want to fight them here. Oh, he's going to besiege that castle right in front of him? That's insane. All right, I like his style. He said, oh, one of our settlement seats help. I don't think I'm going to help him. I think I'm just going to take their settlement. His plan is basically to bankrupt the Otomo. I like it. I like his style. Well, they basically only have these three castles left. So if we take on this army here, capture both these castles, that's the end of the Otomo. All right, yeah, I did drop a save. Okay, yeah, I just saved. Okay, I was making sure it went through. Let's take them on in a field battle. Why not? It looks pretty even. It looks very even. Is it really even though? I don't think so. I might have to save scum this one. We'll have to see. I don't think I will, but we will definitely have to see. All right, I'm liking these odds already. 266 infantry here. 128 ranged troops. Let's spread them all out into two lines thick here. Right about there till about there. That should be 2 lines thick. God damn, I'm good, dude. I'm so good at estimating that. I'll set the infantry behind. We'll send our melee cav off to the right, and then we'll bring in the ranged cavalry, and we'll put them directly behind here. It's actually better if you have the ranged cavalry in one line. Yep, there we go. We'll set them directly behind them. And now all that is left is for these boys to go to work. Let's see what they are able to do here. Looks like they're reforming for some ungodly reason. I have no idea why. That's why I almost prefer the ranged cavalry. There goes one. Whoa, big lag. Wow, that that little cavalry regiment got entirely decimated. That's crazy. They were killed before they could even do anything. And we got a hit there. Very nice. That's one of the things that I love about being on horseback here and fighting is you are able to just fire into them. Oh, here comes another cavalry group. Let's see if we can bait them. Basically free reigning on these guys right now. Let's go ahead and put the regular infantry here. Let's go ahead and bring these boys up to here. All right, we'll tell everybody here to hold fire. So we got those guys there. Now we put the cavalry in one line behind them. And we bring over the melee cav right there. All right, let's get everybody moving here, and we'll see what we can get done. What'll be nice is the melee cav will be, or the ranged cav will be the first ones there. They almost function like dragoons, you know. Obviously dragoons would like stop when they shoot and everything. So They are essentially functioning like dragoons, though. I do like that. It's a cool little mechanic there. So I'm going to tell these guys to fire at will because they're already all set up. So we might as well just start pouring in the fire on to these boys here. Like, look at all the kills we're getting already. Let's move these guys slightly more forward. And put those guys there. All right. We have moved them forward a bit. Let's go ahead and tell these boys to open fire. And we'll see how well we can... Oh, looks like they're going to bring the cav in. Those cav are going to have a... Oh my god, look at all the kills. Look at all the kills there. That one volley killed like 30 dudes. That's insane. They're having to charge. They have no other choice but to charge. I'm going to tell these guys to go ahead and charge. Look at that. That's absolutely insane, though. We are completely massacring these guys right now. I mean, will they even be able to close the distance on our line? Who knows, man? Who knows? They are just getting absolutely clobbered right now. And every second that they wait to completely full out charge us is another second we are firing at their entire line. They've already lost well over 200. Look at that. Holy shit. They are getting absolutely annihilated. I'm telling you, dude, this army is really not fair. All right, let's go ahead and send in the infantry. And let's go in with our sword. They're just getting completely destroyed, man. Oh, and here come more of them. And they're getting absolutely chewed up right now. Oh, they do have a lot of gunners here. We got to be careful. One bullet fired from any gun is pretty much an instant kill there. Oh, that one knocked me off my horse. And I've gone down. Okay, that's all right. All right, I'll take control here. Okay, I need to maneuver my troops a little bit here. All right, ranged troops back up. Ranged cav, go ahead and delegate command. They should start maneuvering around and doing their thing here. They'll ride around them in circles just like horse archers will, and they'll take shots at them. So now they're basically functioning like skirmishers here. Oh, the rest of my infantry are back there. Uh-oh. All right, we need to turn our line here a bit. Wheel around, gentlemen. Wheel around. Oh, we're losing a lot of those horse gunners. I kind of want to pull the horse gunners out. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, let's pull the horse gunners out. Let's get them out of there. We're losing far too many. Oh god, every horse gunner lost is such a pain on my soul. We're gonna lose a few more as they run out. God, look at them getting massacred right now, because this is mostly ranged troops here. So yeah, it's 150 ranged troops. That's insane. Closing the distance and fighting them might actually be the correct choice. I'm thinking now. Well, these guys are gonna keep up their fire up here. Constant fire up here. Yeah, honestly, you know what? Hold fire and charge. Just fucking close the distance on these guys and take them out. I mean, our infantry is coming in quickly behind, and these guys are going to do significantly better in melee combat than these guys are going to do. So we should be having a good old time. I'll tell these guys to charge as well. Everyone's going to charge. Okay, yeah, it looks like... Okay, yeah, that was the correct play for sure. We were trading basically 1-to-1 with their ranged troops just because of our slow reload rate. But in melee combat, they don't stand a chance against us. Right, we tell everybody they can fire at will now. And they have around 30 left. Look at all the guys coming back in. We did lose quite a few guys on that charge, but hopefully most of them are just wounded and not many. Oh, we lost 47, dude. Good God. Oh, I lost 10 Sakai Yumi. samurai. That hurts my soul. That is 10 more Jin samurai that will never ever make it to Sakai samurai marksman. I feel like my mistake was closing into where their retreat area was. Okay, we only lost 209. They lost 528. 90 renown, 101 influence, 30% of morale, 75% of the loot there. Wow. My party killed 521 there. That's absolutely incredible. You are my prisoner now. You are my prisoner. You are my prisoner. 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 I'll take these guys, those guys. You guys. I will take Teppo Samurai. I'll take them. Take another 2 there. Pistol cavalry, I don't know how I feel about that. That is quite a few trained Yari, though. I will just take his straight up troops. Yep, of course, we want those guys going to there. Those guys going to there. And then Teppo. Sakai. Okay, yep, Sakai Yumi. And then Hokuriku goes to Samurai Infantry. And then 2, 3. And then we make the rest of them there. Perfect. All right, we'll have to drop off some of these boys, though. Okay, we'll take you, take you, take you, take you, take you, take you guys, and take you. Perfect. All right. We are over the limit, but that's okay. I should have actually taken all those prisoners just to turn them in for loyalty. Or not for loyalty, but for influence. Since they are basically free influence. Yeah, our army strength has been drastically reduced here. Let's go to the dungeon, donate some prisoners, and we'll donate these guys. And then I want to donate everyone who is not what we need here. So we'll donate you guys, you guys, you guys, you guys, and you guys. And then we'll hang on to the rest of these boys here. Very nice. That's going to gain us 29 influence. Very good. All right. Let's see. Can we recruit anybody? Nope. All of my guys already snatched them up. The only downside of rolling around with your entire force is the fact that they only really recruit from the town that you're in, and also they steal your recruits, and it's very, very annoying. I think it might be time to like kind of make our way back. I mean, I feel like they're gonna capture this in no time. I don't have the troops to take on another siege like that. I know running my troops around to different towns is quicker to recruit, but I also need to recoup my own party. So I'm gonna run us back to friendly territory. I'm gonna disband our army, and then we'll end the episode there. Oh, we made a lot that day. Making quite a bit of money, actually. Oh, they're about to besiege, I don't know what they were about to besiege. Kitsuki Castle? Is that castle down there? I can't fucking see. Nope, that's not the name. Huh. Interesting. All right, well, we're now back in friendly territory, so I can disband the army here. We'll let them go around and recoup their troops while I do the same as we're wrapping up this episode. All right, Jin Samurai. We're only getting Jin Samurai right now. Definitely need to up our Jin Samurai count. I know the other gunners are significantly cheaper and everything, but our whole identity is the Sakai Samurai Marksman. That's the whole identity of the party. Horse gunner, yes. And then you will go to Yumi. 2 there, 1 there. And then you guys are gonna go to Yardi. Okay, we have 82 infantry. How many of those are Jin Samurai? Not many. Yeah, okay. We need to definitely with the rest of the let's go to our castles and pull out the Jin Samurai. That might be the easiest way. We're gonna stop off at the towns along the way, of course, too. No Jin Samurai there. I wish they spawned in castles more, like castle towns more, but they don't, unfortunately. I will take the samurai infantry if I see them because they are like quite good. But I won't take them unless they're already made for me. I'm not gonna go just turn guys into those troops. It's a waste of troop, at least in my mind. But if they're already made and there's nothing that I can do about it, I might as well put them to use. There's two and a Sakai Samurai infantry, very nice. And as we grab more Sakai Samurai infantry from these towns, I'll start offloading some of the Yari at one of my castles to make it more prosperous there. All right, we'll stop off at our second castle here. Looks like we already had a party attack. See, that's why I'm like hesitant to let go some of these guys. I'll take the mounted samurai. We did lose quite a few of those guys. Sakai Yumi samurai will take as well. Oh, they have a lot of Jin samurai for us. Very nice. They're gonna be more useful in the okay. I don't need Ashigaru gunners. They're gonna be way more useful in my army than they ever would be in a siege defense. So that's why I generally remove them because they're, god damn it, why are all of my guys getting captured? That's really annoying. I should have released them down over here. All right, Jin Samurai. No Jin Samurai or anyone else for us to take. That's very annoying. That's okay, though. Again, no Jin Samurai or anyone else for us to take. What the fuck, guys? Come on, figure it out. Okay, Sodawara should have some of them because we have 862 defenders. Most of that being militia, but still. There should... Oh, yeah. Jin Samurai Heaven. Look at that. And a Sakai Yumi. Another guy I don't have to deal with upgrading there. Let's manage the garrison here. There's definitely going to be some good guys in here. Yep. 3 Sakai Yumi there. 3 Sakai mounted. 1 Sakai Jin Samurai. Very nice. Yeah, and like I said, these guys are going to be significantly more effective in our party than they are going to be defending some town. The Ashigaru gunners are good enough. It's not even... They don't even need actual Jin Samurai. Those guys are plenty good on their own. All right, looks like we got a few character upgrades here. 1 point in medicine. Let's see here. Ooh, during a siege. That's actually really good. Yeah. Oh, no, that's during siege bombardment. I'd rather say recover the horse, honestly. I feel like that's a bit more useful. Plus 10% handling to two-handed weapons. Yeah, two-handed weapons handling. And then guns, that's actually pretty good there as well. And then we'll give him a point into stewardship, I think. Very nice. Oh, and then he has an attribute point as well. Let's put it into intelligence. There we go. Very nice. Oh, and he has a point in medicine. Good God. All right, Shadow. That's Shadow Fighter Pro's character, if you guys didn't know. All right, let me finish specking out these points, and then I'll save, and then we'll end the episode. Travel speed while chasing hostile party. All right, athletics. We go endurance attribute, I guess. Yeah. Daily loyalty is pretty solid. Force march. Elias, let's see what your points are in. Yep, minus 5% garrison wages. That's really solid. And then this unnamed channel member here. Control or vigor? I guess vigor. And then walk it off. And then that's everybody's points. Oh, no, it's not. Now that's everybody's points. All right, perfect. And we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for missing Sunday and Monday's upload times. I'll try to make that not happen again, but I can only do so much, man. I'm super busy right now. Yeah, thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Mooncheese, Tobias, Franklin, Shadowfighter Pro, JT, Michael, Pfeiffer, Desperado, Shipwrecked, Joski, and Elias T. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time.